Well, greetings everyone and welcome to another video. Okay, on this video, this is the first video this is the first video whereby I just have to sit and talk on the mic, talking to you guys about my Linux experience. And disclaimer guys, disclaimer, this video will not be about which Linux distro is the best, which Linux distro you should go to, which Linux distro you should blah blah. No. That's not what the video is about. This video is just about my experiences and a certain hint to you guys. Just pay attention. Okay, right now, I went back to let's see here. What's that thing? What's the terminal? I went back to Linux Mint. Right. Let me do this. Neo fetch. I went back to Linux Mint. Everything is working way better than the other distros that I was using. All right. Let me explain. Guys, there's something that you need to be aware of when you're choosing a distro. You may see fellow YouTubers saying, you know, this distro is the best. This distro does this and that, blah blah blah, 1 2 3. That's fine, that's true, but there's something that you have to pay attention to. So the reason why I make this video is I want you to be aware of something. Like I said, this is not a directive or an advice on which distro to go for, but just something to be aware of, guys. For those ones that are new to Linux, that are really wanting to dive deep into Linux, like other fellow YouTubers, and it's only a few of them that will tell you that try a couple of distros as best as you can. 3 or 4 or 5 of them, just try them out and see. It's not about you trying them out and to see which desktop environment will work for you, which distro blah. No, one thing that I've realized is there are certain distros that work well with a certain PC configuration. I don't know if you get me. There are Linux distros that work well with certain computer configurations. All right, hear me out. The system that I'm running right now, the Ryzen system, the distros that I use, I love Arch Linux, even though I kind of got frustrated at times, but I love Arch Linux, right? But the problem was, for some reason, the gaming performance of Arch Linux on my system, it's not up to par. That was my problem. You know, it was a bit glitchy, like it's not smooth per se. I know my system is not that powerful, my GPU is not that latest and greatest, I know, but the games that I play is Euro Truck, American Truck, Dead Rally 2.0, Forza Horizon 4. Those are not that demanding for my system, you know. So after going back to Ubuntu, and mainly this one right now that I'm running right now, which is Linux Mint, everything is just smooth. You know, everything runs flawlessly. I don't want to lie. That's why I realized that as much as I love Arch Linux, it does not work quite well on my system, the way my system is set up, you know. Not that you shouldn't use it, but just try Arch Linux, CachyOS, try Garuda, try Ubuntu, try Linux Mint, try even Zorin OS. I even forgot to mention it. I always tried it. Well, it looked like I didn't really feel it actually, but it kind of worked on my system. It worked flawlessly, but it was a distro that I'm not really feeling that well. So this is the reason why now I went back to Linux Mint. It's working well on my system. I don't have any problems. Apps install nicely. Everything just runs smooth. Gaming is just phenomenal. Oh heck, even this where is it? Let me do this. Even this now, the Mangohood works well on Linux Mint, and it's the 0.9, because the last video that I made about where is it? This one. No, this one was about Ubuntu. There's another one whereby I was referring to Mangohood running under Garuda Linux, Arch Linux, whereby it was Mangohood 0.8, whereby when you activate Mangohood, when you open games, they'll just be blank actually. That was the issue, and I couldn't even update it to 0.9 for some reason under Garuda. I don't even know what was wrong. Even under CashOS, I was still having the same problem. Then on Ubuntu, I had to switch to X11 in order for it to work, but I couldn't see the GPU stats. And then on Linux Mint is using X11 by default, and then everything just works. So my system, what I can say is it's working well. I can say better, or no, not better, but great, with systems that were designed to be not bleeding edge but stable, with a little bit of older kernels. Because this Linux Mint is using kernels, is it 6.8? Let me check. Yeah, 6.8. And right now the latest kernel I think is 6.4 or 6.15 by the time of me making this video. So Arch Linux is having not so great of a time on my system. Guys, that's the thing. So the take on this video, guys, is try a couple of Linux distributions on your system and see which one works phenomenal on your system, and then you run with it. And trust you me, that won't disappoint you at all. You stick to it. Because right now, I may advise you to use Linux Mint, but Linux Mint may not work well with your current system setup. I may advise you to run Garuda Linux. I may advise you to run CashOS, but it may not run well on your system. Or it may run well, I don't know. So just explore, man. Try them out, see which one works, and then you stick to it, get to know it, run it, and then from there you'll have a marvelous time running and enjoying Linux without having to fix things a lot. I would have stuck with Ubuntu, to be honest. I would have stuck with it, but the snap store thing is they were kind of bugging me out. But everything was well. Like on Ubuntu, I could, like when I open Firefox, it will take time to open. Like here on Linux Mint, it is quicker. It's not the quickest, but it's quicker, as you can see. On Ubuntu Linux, I would click and then wait a bit, and then now it will open. It took a bit longer to open. Am I saying it's a bad distro? No, it's not. For my needs and the way it got other things set up were not okay with me. So since there are many distros out there, pick your poison and then you run with it. So guys, from Mamaja Technologies, this shouldn't be a rant. So since I'm hearing that I'm starting to make a bit of a rant, I just have to cut the video short. And my people want me to respond to them. But guys, play around with a few distros. Minimum 3 on your system, different ones. Fedora, you can try Fedora. Like you can try Arch, you can try Red Hat, you can try Debian based distros, Arch based distros, Red Hat, you OpenSUSEs. Just see which one you fall into. Not the one that you love. You may love it, but it might not work well with your system, and you might end up hating Linux, thinking that Linux sucks, not realizing that your system is not fully compatible with the Linux distro that you're running. You get my point? That's what I'm saying. And I'm speaking from experience, because it's the things that I've went through, that I've seen, of whereby that's the reason why I reverted back to Linux Mint. As I was testing them on my system, I found Linux Mint to be the one that is the most stable, smooth, fluent, and very responsive on the system. That's my take on this. So guys, from Mamada Technologies, till next time, peace out.